Hello mathematicians, puzzlers, and other curious people. In this video, we are talking about ratios, which is a part out of a whole. So these are often calculated using the formula ratio is part over whole, which might be abbreviated R equals P over W. What we're going to see in this is how you can calculate any of those three quantities if you know the other two. In this first problem, teachers at a school like to brag to each other about what percentage of high performers they have. They have agreed that this means students who earn a B or better. Out of a class of 23 students, 14 earned a B or above on a recent test. What percent of the class are high performers? So a percent is just a form that a ratio can be expressed in. What we really want to know is the ratio, and we're going to use the fact that that's the part over the whole. Well, the ratio is what we don't know yet. The part is the 14 students who earned a B or above on the recent test, and the 23 is the whole class. Then we can just take any calculator and type in 14 divided by 23, and I find out that that is about 61%. Now, if you've only ever done one kind of calculation with ratios, it was probably this one, but other ones are possible. For example, instead of the ratio being what you don't know, the part might be what you don't know. So in this other problem, a middle school receives a grant to cover some students' school supplies. 73% of the students qualify for this grant. Sixth graders, as part of their school supplies, need a scientific calculator. The incoming class of sixth graders, according to fifth grade enrollments at local elementary schools that feed students up into this middle school, will be 257 students. The grant committee needs to know how many scientific calculators they should purchase for the sixth graders next year supply kits. And they need to order it early because, of course, supply chain is what it is, plus they can get discounts by ordering early and not needing fast shipping. So we know that 73% of the students qualify, or in other words, 0.73. It's convenient to express these as a decimal instead of with a percent. Now, the part is what we don't know. We do know that there will be in all 257 incoming sixth graders. I see that we've got an algebra equation with a fraction in it. Anytime I can, I like to get rid of fractions by multiplying on both sides by the denominator. I call that a justifiable fraction side. It's justifiable because it's mathematically legal. We won't get in trouble or mess our results up for it. And it's a fraction side because it kills the fraction. So I am killing this fraction by multiplying on both sides by the denominator. Well, now my right-hand side just says this will be the part. My left-hand side is a little more complicated, but it looks like an excellent calculator problem. So I type in 257 times 0.73, and I find that that is 187.61. Now, there's actually no such thing as 0.61 of a student or of a calculator, so I would round, and in this case, I would round up because I find it's a bit better to have one extra calculator than an insufficient number of calculators. So that part is expected to be 188 students. Another possibility is we might not know the whole in an equation. In this next situation, 3,000 surveys about ice cream preferences were sent out, but the number returned is missing from a statistical report. So we want to know what that missing number was. The researcher does know 1,130 people, which was 78% of the returned surveys, expressed a positive opinion about strawberry ice cream. So remember, we're still using the equation ratio equals part over whole. The whole is what we are trying to find out. The part, which is just the number who expressed that opinion, was 1,130, and the ratio was 78%, which is the same as 0.78. So 78% of the returned surveys expressed a positive opinion about strawberry ice cream. Usually, you'll see the word of in connection with the whole. Now, once again, we can commit a justifiable fraction side. It's okay that our denominator is a variable instead of a known number. We can still get that out of there the same way. I see that whatever 0.78 times W is, that works out to 1,130. Well, then we can just divide out the 0.78, and that will tell me that the whole is what we get from doing that division. So 1,130 divided by 0.78 point, and I find that that is, according to this, exactly 1448.717. Whoa, there's no such thing as getting back 0.7 of a survey, so I'm going to round that to 1,449. So I believe that this survey received 1,449 responses. So that's all there is to it. You just need to make sure that you know which of the three quantities that are part of the ratio equation is what you're looking for, and then the equation format will tell you what operations to do. Calculator!